Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to learn how to create this BMW logo reveal animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin, but with the help of simple and cool tips and tricks inside of After Effects. And if you want the project files of this logo reveal, then it's available on my Patreon page. Link is available in the description. You can join our Patreon membership and you will get access to all the project files of this channel. And if you want to learn more about motion graphics and other stuff in advance, then don't forget to check out our Udemy courses. All links are available in the description, and you can join our Motion Guru membership as well, which is just for 59 rupees. You'll get access to new videos, motion graphic tutorials, advanced After Effects tutorials, etc. etc. And it will be a support for this channel as well. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe After Effects. First thing first, we will import our logo. So I have already collected this logo over here. I'm going to simply import, but before that we need to create a composition. So let's create a new composition, and we are going to call it as main animation. Width is 1920, height is 180, frame rate is 30, and duration I'll choose somewhere around 1 minute, and background color is white, and simply hit OK. Then go to choose grid and guide option and simply hit on titles of action, and then I'm going to import my logo over here. Now I'm going to divide this logo in several parts. So first of all, let's select this logo, and I'm going to select my ellipse tool, and by holding shift I'll create one mask over here. Then select this mask, and let's try to bring this at the center, and let's try to adjust the size of this like that. Okay, let's try to increase the scale, and with the help of arrows, let's try to adjust it properly. If you want to check it out whether it's adjusted or not, simply invert this and you will get to know. Okay, like that. Then after that, I'm going to select these and I'll hit Control D, and I'm going to press M, and then I'm going to choose invert. Then I'm going to get this kind of a structure. So now if I check it out, this I got this animation for not animation, but this layer first, which is in the middle, and then this one. Now over here, I don't want this BMW to be get revealed at the start. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to select these and I'm gonna go and apply fill effect on it. Okay, but obviously it's gonna get reduced like that. Okay, so to do that, what we can do, I'm going to select my ellipse tool. I don't want any fill, so I'll remove this fill. Okay, also select these and let's try to adjust this properly like that. Okay, let's select these and try to adjust this. So this blue I don't want over here. Okay, then I'm going to create one ellipse over here like that, and choose black color for the stroke. Okay, and press Ctrl Alt Home to bring this anchor point at the center, and let's try to bring this. Then press S and let's increase the scale over here like that, and then increase the stroke width. Okay, not too much, we just need to, you know, reduce it in such a way that this should be gone. Okay, let's make this 21. Okay, like that. So let's make this fit now. Okay, and this one should be parent with this layer. Okay, so now we have this over here, and then we have this over here. Then if I hide this, then I'm going to this BMW logo. Okay, then I'm going to select these two and I'll hit Control D and I'll bring this at the top. Okay, then select this layer and press F4, and we are going to choose track matte to this alpha matte to the top one. Okay, so now if I enable this, I'm gonna get this only BMW text. So let's select these and press Control Shift C to pre-compose, and let's call it as BMW text. Okay, then hide this. Then we will select these and press Ctrl Shift C, and we will call it as BMW ring. Okay, and let's call it as middle. Okay, like that. Now first thing first, I'm going to select my ellipse tool, and I don't want any fill. And for the stroke, I'll pick up this one, and let's make this fit. Now by holding shift, create one ellipse and press Ctrl Alt Home. Go to the align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. Let's choose black color for now. Press S and let's increase the scale, and let's increase the size of this in such a way we'll get something like that. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, try to adjust it and try to adjust the scale. Now go to the stroke option, go to the fill, and we'll pick up this color. Okay, and let's make this fit now, and try to adjust the scale in such a way that it should cover this. Now let's go to the add menu and choose trim path. Okay, go to the trim path and let's make this end value 0. Okay, let's hide this middle one. Okay, then create one keyframe at start, zoom in a little bit, let's go somewhere around 3 seconds and let's make this value 100. Then go to the start and let's make this value 100. Okay, let select the start and let's try to bring this over here like that. Okay, so we are getting something like this. Let's select these and hit F9, and by holding Alt try to adjust this. Okay, now if I right click keyframe assistance and choose time reverse keyframe, I'm gonna get that same animation in opposite direction. Okay, now I need more kind of a rotation over here, so let's create one keyframe at offset, go over here, and we need to increase the duration in negative value, so let's make this -4. Okay, so if I check it out this, I'm gonna get something like this. Okay, so let's select this again, hit Control D, move this over here like that, and let's choose a little bit darker one, and let's decrease the stroke width of this. Okay, like that. Now let's enable this middle one and let's bring this. Now this animation should be revealing at this point. Okay, like that. Then press R for rotation to create one keyframe, go somewhere around at this point, and let's make this -8 or something. Select those keyframe and hit F9. Go to the graph, select these by holding shift, bring this handle over here, and select these and bring this handle over here. Okay, so if we check it out this, we will get something like that. Okay, let's select these and hit U, and select these last keyframes and try to bring them a little bit closer because this animation should be a little bit faster. Okay, like that. Also there is a lot of rotation over here, we don't need that much, so I'm going to make this -6. Okay, like that. Okay, press F4, select all of them and enable the motion blur. Okay, like this. Okay, then we have this BMW ring over here, so we need to create animation for this one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to select the same thing and hit Control D and bring this over here and press S for scaling option, and I'll increase the scale. I'll select this BMW ring, press F4 and let's make it a track matte. Okay, like this, and then select these, and with the help of open square bracket I'll move this over here. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to select these over here and hit Control D and select the shape layer and hit Control D. Select this BMW, bring this at the top, and let's make it track matte with this one. And I want this animation should get started somewhere around at this point. Okay, and select these and hit U. And for this animation, I'm going to remove this end start keyframes. Okay, like that. And this animation I want should get started when this portion is gonna get ending. Okay, so if I check it out this, we are going to get something like that. Okay, like this. If you want, you can select these and choose white color over here as well, so you'll get something like that. So if we check it out this, we are gonna get something like that. Okay, let's select these two and hit Control D, and let's bring this at the top and let's bring this over here. Let's select these and let's decrease the stroke width of this. Then press S and let's try to adjust the scale and try to adjust the strokes over here like that. Okay. Then select these two and hit Control D. Let's bring this over here. Let's select these again and try to adjust this over here. I'm going to select these and go to the effect and presets panel and search for fill effect, and we are going to choose white color. Okay, let's select these and we will choose stroke width to somewhere around 1 over here. Okay, like that. So if you check it out this, we are gonna get something like that. Let's select this shape layer and hit Control D and let's enable this. Okay, and change the stroke width, I mean stroke color to white. Okay, then press S and try to adjust the scale. Hit U, select these and try to adjust this over here like that. Try to adjust this somewhere over here. Okay, hit Control D, try to adjust this and press S for scaling option and try to adjust the scale. Hit U and let's increase the duration of it. Okay, again hit Control D, hit U, let's select these and by holding Alt let's increase the duration of this again. So we are going to get that tire mark effect like that. So if you check it out this now, we will get this kind of a structure. Okay, now for this one over here, the stroke width is very big, so let's make this one only. Okay, like this. Now the only thing remaining is that BMW text. So let's select this text and press R for rotation. Okay, and let's see when this tire is can get revealed. So let's move this over here like that. Okay, then we have this stroke over here. So hit Control D and let's bring this at the top at the BMW text over here, and let's move this over here. Okay, and let's make it a parent, not parent, would with track mat with this text. Hit U and let's remove this last thing. Okay, like that, and try to adjust this over here. And initially I'm going to create one keyframe at the stroke to create one, and somewhere around over here I'm going to increase the what you can say stroke width. Okay, so you'll get something like that. Okay, now along with that I need rotation for this text as well, so let's press R to create one keyframe. Go somewhere around 5 frames and let's make this -4. Select those rotation keyframes and hit F9. Go to the graph, select these, and by holding shift bring this handle over here and bring this handle over here. Okay, like that. Okay, so hit F4 and select all of them and make sure to uh, enable motion blur. Then right click new and create one null object. Select all of them and make it apparent with this null. Select this null, press S, and let's make this 1 to create one keyframe. Then go somewhere around at the end when this animation is gonna end, and let's make this value 100 and hit N over there. So if you check it out this, let's make this quad resolution. We have got something like that, but somewhere in the middle when it's getting rotated I want there should be some kind of a glitchy effect. Okay, so for that I'm going to right click new and create one null object. Let's select these, make it apparent with this null. Select this null, press P, create one keyframe, hit page down button 2 times. With the help of arrow keys I'll move this over here. Okay, so if I check it out this, it's just a small, you know, uh, position wiggle effect. I'm going to copy these keyframes for a while. Okay, up to this, and let's make this full resolution and let's see this animation now. Okay, you can hit Control V again to get more of these animation like that. Okay, let's select all of them and press Control Shift C. Okay, like that. If you want, then press S over here, go few frame forward, and let's increase the scale of these. Okay, a little bit. Then select this, hit Control C, Control V, right click, keyframe assistance, time reverse keyframe. Select those keyframe and hit F9. Okay, and go to the graph, zoom in, select those keyframe, go to the graph and try to adjust the handle like this. Okay, like this. So you will get something like that. Okay, and if I go to the 6 second, I hit N. So if you check it out this, we will get something like that. Okay, now there should be a small amount of addition over here, like there should be some kind of a wind going on over here. So for that, I'm going to press G. From here to here, I'll create one stroke and I'll choose black color. Okay, and press Control Alt Home. Let's select these, go to the Align tab and choose Align over here. Press P and let's bring this over here. And with the help of open square bracket, try to adjust this over here. Okay, and let's move this at this point. Then go to the Add menu and we are going to choose Trim Path. Go to the Trim Path and let's make this end value over here. Create one keyframe. Go few frame forward. Let's make this 100 and somewhere in the middle create one keyframe at the start, go over here and let's make this value 100. Okay, like that. Select these and by holding Alt try to adjust this over here. Okay, like that. Okay, create one keyframe at the start over here, go few frame forward, create uh, another keyframe. Alt click on the stopwatch and let's apply loop out expression on it. Copy that expression and apply over here as well. Okay, so you'll get that animation continuously. Hit Control D, try to adjust this over here, hit Control D and create multiple duplicates of it like that. Okay, select all of them and hit Control D, bring this and try to adjust this over here. Okay, now let's select these alternate layers. Okay, and let's their stroke width to 3 maybe. Okay, and then select all of them and try to bring this at the bottom. Okay, and somewhere around at this point I want it should be gone, and enable the motion blur for all of them again. It like that. Okay, and now if you want all of this should be fast, so you can select these lines. Let's increase the duration and press Ctrl Shift C and let's call it as lines and hold Alt open square bracket to trim up to this. Right click, time stretch and let's make this value 60. Then what will happen that this animations lines are going to be a little bit fast and you can end it up to at this point. Okay, and then press Control Y over here and bring this downwards. So we got this another solid layer. Okay, so if we check it out this now, we got this kind of an animation over here. So this is how you can create this kind of a logo reveal animation inside of After Effects.